Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to our channel Quant Quicker. Today we will continue the topic where we left out from our earlier session. Okay, so let's start our session. Next, we will discuss some basic definitions. Okay, so first one, altitude. Altitude of a triangle. What is an altitude of a triangle? Let's say this is a triangle A, B, C. Okay. Altitude means the perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex to the side of the triangle is called altitude. The perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex to the side of the triangle is called altitude. In a triangle, we can draw three altitudes from these three vertices. Okay, we can draw three altitudes from these three vertices, and all these three altitudes are concurrent. That means they all meet at a single point. This point is called orthocenter. Okay, this point is called orthocenter. Let's say this is O, orthocenter. Okay, if O is the orthocenter, then angle BOC plus angle A equal to 180 degrees. Angle BOC and plus angle A equal to 180 degrees. How you got this? Let us say this is X and this is Y. Okay, in this triangle this is X and this is Y. So this angle should be 180 minus X plus Y. 180 minus X plus Y. Angle BOC equal to 180 minus X plus Y. Okay. Now in this triangle this is 90 degrees. Okay. This is 90 degrees and this is Y. This is 90 degrees and this is Y. So this angle should be equal to angle B equal to 180 minus 90 plus Y, that equal to 180 minus 90 plus Y. So that equal to 90 minus Y. 190 minus Y. So this angle should be equal to 90 minus Y. Okay. So from this triangle, okay, angle C equal to, this is 90 and this is X. This triangle I am taking. Okay. Angle C equal to 180 minus, this total angle is 180. So 180 angle C equal to 180 minus, this is 90 plus X. 90 plus X. Okay. So this is equal to 90 minus X. So angle C is 90 minus X, angle B is 90 minus Y. So angle A equal to, this is a triangle. So angle A equal to 180 minus angle B plus C. Angle B plus angle C. Okay. So 180 minus X minus Y. Okay. Angle B plus C. 180 minus X minus Y. Okay. So 180 cancel. Minus into minus plus. So this is X plus Y. So angle A is X plus Y. So angle BOC plus, so angle BOC plus angle A equal to, this angle BOC is 180 minus X plus Y and angle A is X plus Y. Okay, angle A is X plus Y. So these two are cancelled. So it is 180 degrees. So if O is the orthocenter, then angle BOC plus angle A, these two sum equal to 180 degrees. Okay, this is for your understanding purpose. Okay, you should remember this one. Okay, you should remember this property. If O is the orthocenter, then the sum of the angles of this one and this one equal to 180 degrees. And also, if you want to find angle AOC, angle AOC plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Angle AOC plus opposite angle B equal to 180 degrees. And similarly this angle AOB plus angle C, angle AOB plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees. Okay, next, second one, median. So what is a median? In a triangle, let's take a triangle. This is A, B, C. Okay, ABC is a triangle. Median is nothing but the line drawn from the midpoint of a side to the opposite vertex. Let us say this is the midpoint of this side to the opposite vertex is called median. That means these two lengths are equal. This length and this length. Let us say this is D. Okay, this length and this length both are equal. The line drawn from the midpoint of a side to the opposite vertex is called the median of the triangle. Okay, so median divides the given triangle into two equal areas. If let us say this triangle area is some 64, this triangle area is 64, then this area is 32 and this area is 32. The median divides the given triangle area into two equal areas. Okay, now in a triangle we can draw three medians. We can draw three medians. This is one, second one, and this is third one. So this is F. This length both are equal. This is the midpoint, so these two lengths are equal, and this is the midpoint, so these two lengths are equal. Okay, so in a triangle we can draw three medians, and all these three medians are concurrent. That means they meet at a single point. Okay, and this point we call it as centroid. Centroid, we denote it as G. Okay, centroid, this is G. Okay, in a triangle centroid divides the given median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, 2:1. Two parts on the vertex side and one part on the base side. 2:1 ratio. That means AG is to GD equal to 2:1. Okay, centroid divides the given median in the ratio 2:1. Two parts on the vertex side and one part on the base side. And also BG is to GE. BG is to GE is also equal to 2:1. Two parts on the vertex side and one part on the base side. And also CG is to GF is also equal to 2:1. CG is to GF equal to 2:1. This is centroid. Okay, third one, perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. What is a perpendicular bisector? Okay, let's take a triangle. This is A, B, C. ABC is a triangle. Okay, so in our school days we used to draw the perpendicular bisector. So how can we draw the perpendicular bisector? We place a compass here and we take more than half length of this side. Okay, we will draw two arcs here and here, and without changing this measurement we will draw two more arcs here and here. And if I join these two points, it will bisect this side perpendicularly. Okay, this is 90 degrees. That means this side, this length and this length both are equal. And it bisects it perpendicularly. That means 90 degrees. So in a triangle we can draw in a triangle we can draw three perpendicular bisectors. Three perpendicular bisector. Let us say this is one, and this is two, and this is the third one. Okay, three perpendicular bisectors. Okay, and all these three perpendicular bisectors are concurrent. That means they meet at a single point. This point is called circumcenter. Circumcenter. Okay, this point is called circumcenter. It is denoted as S. Okay, this circumcenter is equidistant from the vertices of the triangle. Equidistant from the vertices of the triangle. Let us say this is A, B, C. Here SA equal to the distance, SA equal to SB equal to SC equal to circumradius equal to, this is the circumradius R. Okay, this is the R is the circumradius. Okay, so SA equal to SB equal to SC. Okay, if SC is the circumcenter, circumcenter always equidistant from the vertices of the triangle. Okay, so here if we draw a circle by taking SA or SB or SC as radius, it is also called circumradius, then the circle is like this. It touches all the vertices of the triangle. Okay, so this circle we will call it as circumcircle. Circumcircle. Okay, let's take a triangle A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay, so this is the circumradius. This is the circumcenter. Okay, and this is the SA or SB or SC with radius. We will draw a circle. It is the circumcircle. Okay, circumcircle. Then if S is the circumcenter, then angle BSC, if S is the circumcenter, then angle BSC equal to 2 into angle A, 2 into angle A. Okay, and angle ASC equal to 2 into angle B, 2 into angle B. Okay, and then angle ASB is equal to 2 into angle C, 2 into angle C. Okay, if this is some 30 degrees, if this is 30 degrees, then this angle is 60 degrees. This angle is 60 degrees. Okay, if this is some 50 degrees, then this angle is 100 degrees. 100 degrees. So like this. Okay, fourth one, angular bisector. Angular bisector. What is an angular bisector? Angle bisector, I already told you in our previous session. Okay, let us say this is A, B, C. Okay, ABC is a triangle. So in our school days we used to draw the angle bisectors. Okay, how can we draw the angle bisector? We place a compass here. Okay, and take some length, take some two arcs here and here, and without changing the measurement of this length, we will draw two more arcs here and here. Okay, if we join this point to this point, then this is called, this BD is called angle bisector of this angle, angle bisector of this angle. So if this is theta, if this total is theta, then this value is theta by 2 and this value is theta by 2. Okay, angle bisector divides the given angle into two equal halves. Okay, in a triangle we can draw three interior angle bisectors. Okay, so this one and this one and this one. Okay, and all these three angular bisectors are concurrent, and this meeting point we call it as incenter. Okay, incenter, we didn't read it as I. Okay, I is the incenter. Okay, in a triangle we can draw three angular bisectors, and all these angular bisectors are concurrent. That means they will meet at a single point. Okay, and this point we call it as incenter. Okay, incenter is always equidistant from the sides of the triangle. Incenter is always equidistant from the sides of the triangle. Okay, this one and this one and this one. Okay, so this distance we will call it as small r, which is in radius. Small r is called in radius. Okay, this is smaller and this is smaller and this is also equal to smaller. Incenter is always equidistant from the sides of the triangle, and this length we will call it as smaller, and it is called in radius. Okay, if we take I as the center and r as the radius, then if we draw the circle, then the circle touches all the three sides of the triangle. This circle we will call it as incircle. Okay, and let's say ABC. Okay, ABC is a triangle, and let's say this is I. This is incenter. Okay, ABC is a triangle and I is the incenter. Okay, then we have one property, angle BIC. Angle BIC equal to 90 plus half of the opposite vertex angle. Angle BIC equal to 90 plus half of the opposite vertex angle. Opposite vertex angle is angle A by 2. Okay, if I take angle AIC equal to 90 plus angle B by 2. Okay, if I take this angle AIB is equal to 90 plus angle C by 2. 90 plus angle C by 2. Okay, so how you got this? Let's say ABC. Okay, this is I. Okay, this is I. Let's say this total is x. Then this will be x by 2 and it is x by 2. Okay, and if this total is y, then this will be y by 2 and this is y by 2, because these two are angle bisectors. Okay, so here this angle is equal to angle BIC is equal to 180 minus, this is a triangle. Okay, angle BIC is equal to 180 minus these two angles, x by 2 plus y by 2. Okay, x by 2 plus y by 2, and angle A is equal to 180 minus these two angles. Total angle is 180. Okay, in this triangle total angle is 180. Angle A equal to 180 minus x by 2 plus x by 2, x plus y. Okay, so if we divide this angle by 2, angle A by 2 equal to 90 minus x by 2 plus y by 2. I will divide this total equation with by 2. So angle A by 2 equal to 180 by 2, 90 minus x by 2 plus y by 2. Okay, if we subtract these two, so what we get? Angle BIC minus angle A by 2 equal to minus x by 2. This and these two terms are cancelled. Okay, 180 minus 90, 90. So angle, finally we got angle BIC equal to 90 plus angle A by 2. 90 plus angle A by 2. Okay, this is angle bisector and incenter. Okay, so let's take a triangle ABC. Okay, this is I, which is incenter. So if this angle is 60 degrees, then angle BIC is equal to 90 plus angle A by 2. So 90 plus angle A is 60 degrees. So 60 by 2 is 30. So answer 120 degrees. So angle BIC, this angle is equal to 120 degrees. Okay. So like this we will find this angle. Okay. So next one, exterior angle bisector. Exterior angle bisector. So what is an exterior angle bisector? Interior angle bisector means it should bisect the interior angles of the triangle. So exterior angle bisector means, let us say this is the triangle. Okay, this is the triangle A B C. Okay, this is the triangle ABC. Okay, in this triangle okay, in this triangle these are the exterior angles. Let us say this is D E F G H I. Okay, if we draw the angle bisector for angle CBD, then it will be like this. Okay, and then if we draw one more angle bisector for this BCE angle, okay, these are the exterior angle bisectors. If we draw one more interior angle bisector from this opposite vertex, then this interior angle bisector will meet this exterior angle point at this point. So these are all concurrent. Okay, these are all concurrent. So this is called excenter. This meeting point is called excenter. Okay, excenter means two exterior angle bisectors and one interior angle bisector. Okay, the meeting point of two exterior angle bisectors and one interior angle bisector. Okay, this is the excenter. Okay, and let us say this is R1. R1 is the x radius. R1 is the x radius. X radius. Okay, if we take this, let us say O2. Okay, if we take this as the center and R1 as the radius, if we draw a circle, then the circle will touches all the sides of this triangle. Okay, the circle is like this. It touches the sides of the exterior sides of the triangle. Okay, and if it like this, if we draw for this exterior angle, I will draw angle bisectors and one interior angle bisector. This is the interior angle bisector. Okay, then all these three will meet at a point. This point is called x-ray. This is, let us say this is R2. R2 is the one of the x radii. If you take this as the center, this is O1, this is O2, okay, O2 as the center and R2 as the radius. If you draw a circle, then the circle is like this. The circle is like this, is the x circle, okay. And similarly, if we draw for these exterior angles, these are the angle bisectors, exterior angle bisectors, this one and this one, okay, and this is the interior angle bisector. This is the interior angle bisector, and these three will meet at a point. So this point is called x center 3. Let us say this is O3, and let us say this is the x radius R3, okay. If you take O3 as the center and R3 as the radius, if you draw a circle, then the circle is like this. Okay, so in a triangle we can draw 3 x circles, okay. In a triangle we can draw 3 x circles, okay. So in a triangle we have only one circumcircle, one in circle, and but 3 x circles, okay. So this is x circle. Let's take a triangle, okay. This is the triangle, okay. Let us say these are the exterior angles and one interior angle. This is x center one, A, B, C is the triangle, okay. So here angle B01C, angle B01C is equal to 90 minus angle A by 2, okay. In center it is 90 plus A by 2, but in x center 90 minus A by 2. This is the difference between in center and x center, okay. Similarly, if I draw this one, let us say this is O2, okay, then angle AO2C is equal to 90 minus half of the opposite vertex angle, half of the opposite angle B by 2, okay. And similarly, if I draw this for this one, okay, this is the x center 3, O3, okay. Then angle AO3B is equal to 90 minus angle C by 2, 90 minus angle C by 2. These are the three properties of exterior angle bisectors, okay. So next one, position of centers for different types of triangles, okay. So first we will take circumcenter, okay. So if you take an acute angle triangle, in acute angle triangle, circumcenter lies always inside the circle. Let us say this is ABC is an acute angle triangle, then the circumcenter lies always inside the triangle, okay. Next, second one, if you take a right angle triangle ABC, okay, triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, okay. The side opposite to vertex, that is right angle, we will call it as hypotenuse. This side we will call it as hypotenuse. The side opposite to the 90 degrees angle we will call it as hypotenuse, okay. So in right angle triangle, the circumcenter lies at the midpoint of the hypotenuse, This is midpoint, this length, both are equal. Okay, in a right angle triangle, the circumcenter lies at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. If I draw this SB, then SB is the median. SB will be the median. Okay, so here SCA, SB and SC both are equal. Okay, SCA, SB, SC both are equal because it is circumradius. SCA equal to SB equal to SC equal to capital R. If I draw a circle by taking SCA or SB or SC as radius, then the circle will be like this. Okay, this is circumcircle. This is circumcircle. So in right angle triangle, circumcenter always lies at the midpoint of the hypotenuse. Midpoint of the hypotenuse. Okay. Next, in obtuse angle triangle, let us say A, B, C. Okay. Here angle B is obtuse angle. Angle B is obtuse angle. So in obtuse angle triangle, the circumcenter lies always outside the triangle. Always lies outside the triangle where it is opposite to the obtuse angle. Where it is opposite to the obtuse angle. Next one, in center. In center. Okay. For any type of triangle, if you take acute angle triangle or right angle triangle or obtuse angle triangle, for any type of triangle, okay, ABC, 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 okay, this is obtuse angle triangle, this is right angle triangle, this is acute angle triangle. For any type of triangle, the in center always lies inside the triangle. Inside the triangle. Okay, for any type of triangle, in center always lies inside the triangle. Next, third one, excenter. Okay, excenter. For any type of triangle, if you take acute angle triangle, right angle triangle and obtuse angle triangle, for any type of triangle, excenter always lies outside the triangle. Excenter always lies outside the triangle. Okay, these are the excenters. Okay, these are the excenters. Already I told you, we have in a triangle we have 3 excenters and 3 excenters. These are the excenters. Excenters always lies outside the triangle for any type of triangle. Okay. Next, fourth one, orthocenter. Orthocenter. Okay. Orthocenter in right angle triangle. In right angle triangle, orthocenter always lies at the vertex at which the right angle is formed. Okay. Orthocenter lies at the vertex at which the right angle is formed. So here in triangle ABC, B is the orthocenter. B is the orthocenter. In right angle triangle, the orthocenter is formed at the vertex at which the right angle is formed. So here B is the orthocenter. Okay. So for acute angle triangle and obtuse angle triangle, we cannot determine the position of the orthocenter. Okay. So next one, in isosceles triangle, what is an isosceles triangle? In a triangle, if two sides are equal, let us say AB equal to AC, then it is called isosceles triangle. In a triangle, if two sides are equal, then it is called isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, the circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid. Circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid. All are collinear. All are collinear. That means they all lie in a same line. Circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid. Okay. They all lie in a same line. Okay. In isosceles triangle, these are all collinear. circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid all are collinear. That means they all lie in a same line. They all lie in a same line. Okay. Next, in equilateral triangle, this is isosceles triangle. Okay. In equilateral triangle, what is equilateral triangle? If all the three sides are equal in a triangle, then it is called equilateral triangle. All the sides are equal, then it is called equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, the circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid all are concurrent. Okay. Concurrent means they all meet at a single point. Okay. All are same. Concurrent means all are same. So in equilateral triangle, this is the circumcenter and this is the incenter and this is the orthocenter and this is the centroid. Okay. All are same. Okay. In equilateral triangle, all the centers, circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter and centroid are concurrent. That means they are meet at a single point. Okay. Single point. So that's all for today's session. We will discuss theorems in our next class. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.